What is up? This is Abacus, starting my playthrough. I will be straight up. I did turn the game on briefly, saw the intro, but I was testing my my mics and my mixes, so I wasn't really paying attention to what's going on. I do know it's going to launch right into a cutscene involving a television, so I'm not going to talk until that's done, but I am starting my playthrough now. Please hold. Your call is important to us. There we go.
The plane that crashed last night outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottrees Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated that from the pilot's final communications, the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottrees and his daughters, the Roottrees sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers. There were no survivors. Again, for those of you just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.
This is so sad. Pour one out for the Roottrees. Apologies for my fan in the background. I hope it's not too loud. And my mix, you should be able to hear my voice pretty well in comparison to the audio of the game. If not, I'll be sure to fix it in future play sessions. Cool. That is all good. It's true. Do I know you? Okay. You got it. I am so good at family trees. Open your notepad on each. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm on board so far. Oops. I don't know what that word was. Welcome to your notepad. On each page you can jot down important information. Page titles can be renamed. You can copy and paste from the notepad with Control C and V. Alright. The entire contents are saved even if you quit the game. Cool. Do I have any notes? I can type. Hey, look at that. Alright. You got anything else on these pages? A hidden key, perhaps? Can I edit the welcome message? Nice. Oh, wait, no. No, I can't. That's probably for the best. Page titles can be renamed. Page 1. Okay, cool. You can copy and paste from the notepad. I know I already read this, but I'm very slow. Bear with me. So we got a picture here of the the Roottrees sisters. I really should have my water on hand, shouldn't I? This is the photo they used for their Got Milk ad. You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading. Oh, gotcha. This is the copy. Or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a Roottree is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Oh, what did I just do? I'm just taking photos left and right, aren't I? Okay. I'm not 100% sure what photos I just took, or why. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Can I... Okay, so maybe I can... Oh, I see. So I have these pictures now. And I can fill them into these slots. Got some very suspicious names here. But our job is to find the name, picture, and occupation of the Roottrees sisters. Siblings join the family tree from oldest to youngest. So what I'm getting here is that of the three sisters, one of them is married to an unknown non-blood relative. The Alright. Does my mouse appear? It does. Alright, so Mr. and Mrs. Roottrees are presumably up here. They had 3 kids, all in wedlock, which is very nice. I'm not seeing a list of names. I do believe their names were stated during that broadcast. My lord, that is a lot of Roottrees. I'm under the impression that Raina, Riley, and Rose were their names in the brief broadcast. You've connected to the World Wide Web. Which URL would you like to visit? Thanks, gotta love that Kevin McLeod. Search engine, spidersearch.net. Do I type here? I'm rather relieved that didn't work, because I don't see my messages actually going anywhere. Let's turn it on and off. Oh. Alright, we're back. I'm gonna adjust my mic so I can actually reach my keyboard properly. What up, Spider Search? Getting her story vibes. News results about the plane crash, countless advertisements and conversations about the various products made by the candy company. Carl Roottrees was president of the candy company. His daughters are eulogized, collectively referred to as the Roottrees sisters. They've been famous from a very early age. So it doesn't look like I can get any more from this clue other than that I've got their father's name. Carl Roottrees died in the recent plane crash along with his wife Brenda. I don't know if Brenda was mentioned in the news report on the television. And their daughters, the Roottrees sisters. He was president of the Roottrees Candy Company, as well as the clothing company Root, which he co-founded with his wife. According to news sites, the Roottrees Candy Company plans to put out a press release sometime within the hour, to address the absence of Carl, the crash, and questions. Once you have finished placing the Roottrees sisters on the family tree, it would be wise to repeat this search. Okay, Spider Search, if you say so. Well, let's try those names. I'm not sure why I think these are the daughters' names, but who bloody knows, right? You come across an unofficial Roottrees fan site seemingly curated by a teenager. It's neon pink, hard to read until you highlight the text. Raina is the most famous because she's the oldest and got married to TMS, but Riley is the smart one and Rose is a middle child. Well, here we go. This is all 3 of their ages right there. Despite your kindness in supplying a place for me to leave in-game notes, I'm probably going to have a real notebook next to me to jot down quick things, such as their names and ages, since I just unlocked those secrets. Raina is the oldest. Raina. Oldest. Who's up next? Rose is the middle child. Rose is the middle child, and Riley is both smart and young. An excellent combination. You might think they are rich just because they're models, but their dad is also the president of the candy company, and their mom, Brenda, is a fashion designer. They don't ask for it now, but they probably will at some point, so I'm just going to jot down Carl and Brenda. They do the modeling for her brand Root. I guess I'm also going to type in, or I'm going to jot down random words that I plan on looking at later, such as maple crisps, which appear to be a type of candy supplied by the Root company. Clothes, like Riley does in most of the posters. So Riley is a clothing model, probably. I ate Roottrees and tried to dress in plaid root. Plaid root clothes. Okay, so the brand ends with a period. Gotcha. Someday I want to get my ears pierced like Rose, who has pierced ears. The website's author goes on about her own life and what she likes about the Root fashion lines, but none of it is relevant. God, I wholeheartedly agree. Rose, Roottrees. Well, I suppose we don't need to go too quickly. What do we need? Oh, you know, there are a few things, but we can fill in a bit of info right here. The oldest is Raina. Raina Roottrees. Coming up next, we have Rose Roottrees, yellow. And bringing in the rear, Riley Roottrees. Where are you, Riley? There you are. TMS. Curious, I wonder if there's going to be a way to view websites other than Spider Search later down the line. But first, we're going to look up TMS so we can figure out about that dashing sir or gentle lady. Hello, Tommy Mark Sheridan. He was on the sitcom Brother Trouble. Since the end of Brother Trouble, he has often been on the cover of tabloids for his supposed drug use and his relationship with Raina Roottrees. They married in 1997 when she was only 19 and he was 23. So Raina Roottrees, the oldest, what year does this take place? I was about to calculate, I can still calculate her birthday, I suppose. So if she, I'm an English major, so bear with me. She was 19 in 1997. Yeah. This is definitely mathable, but I'm blanking. I'm just going to leave a mental note that I can calculate their birthday from TMS. Rose and Riley are younger than that, but they're all older because 1997 was a long time ago. But let's type in Tommy Mark Sheridan first. No reason not to fill things in as I find them, right? Tommy Mark Sheridan, what is up? You married Raina Roottrees. Job is currently unknown. Let's see what the options are. So it doesn't go to like clothing model. It's not that specific. But I do see model. I do see actor. Nurse, politics. President. I'm going to assume that's president of Roottrees. Unless Barack Obama is in here somewhere. Principal, professor, screenwriter, student. Alright, very cool. But let's go back to the PC. Wait for our dial-up. Mom, get off the phone. I'm trying to search on the Roottrees. Maple crisps, I suppose. Maple crisps are Roottrees' most recent product, introduced in 1992. They are a series of circular, crunchy wafers coated in nuts and chocolate maple flavoring. The website of a fan. They came to be during the tenure of Ernie Jr., a former president, of the Roottrees Candy Company. There's a commercial that aired a few years back during the Super Bowl. Hold on, please. Ernie Jr. You probably would much prefer that I be typing these notes in the in-game notes, so I guess I will stop doing what I'm doing and actually leave them here for actual usefulness. Raina, born... No, she was married in 1997. Married in 1927 at the age of 19. It's a little young, but what do I know? So if I were to add 19 to 1997, that would get me her birthday. 7 plus 7 is 14, 15, 16, 9, 10, 11. Or wait, I would subtract it, wouldn't I? If she was 19 in 1997. Man, you're going to make me carry the one. Look at that. 1997. She was 19 at the time. 8. Was she born in 1978? That seems way too far. Yeah, that's not even remotely right. I'm an English major. You're going to have to bear with me. Hopefully, I can bring up ye old Google without minimizing the game. All right. Oh, she was born in 1978. I should have trusted myself. All right. She was born in 1978. She was married at 1997 at the age of 19 to crumbs, Thomas Mark Sheridan or something like that. Thomas Mark Sheridan, very cool. Come back, notebook, I wasn't done yet. The sisters, I suppose that's right, the parents. We don't actually have anything on them. I guess we have something. They, Carl and Brenda. Root. Company. Ernie Jr. is a former president. And, let's see what happens if we type in the word model. I can't fault you, Spider Research. But I suppose we can look up each individual daughter and see what we can get out of that. I noticed their last name is, did I spell that wrong? R-H-A, yeah. Their last name is a Fanny Dooley. There are a lot of obituaries. Okay, we're back here. I wonder if they all do that. Obituaries. Okay, so this is all we're getting. Raina is most famous because she's the oldest and got married. Riley's the smart one. Maybe she's a student. They do the modeling. Perhaps they're all models? They could just all be models. I don't know, I suppose it's better than leaving the slot blank. I ate Roottrees. I try to dress in plaid clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. They want to get their ears pierced like Rose. Oh. Let's put model down for now and see what happens. Alright. It didn't pop up and say, "You did it! You are so bloody smart. You are hired immediately." Which is fair. That was something of a pretty generic guess. It's possible that they have slightly more to their name than just model. Let's look up the parents. What is up, Carl Roottrees? Homeboy's got to have been at least like president or something, right? Carl Roottrees died along with his wife, their daughters. Yeah, he was president of the Roottrees Candy, as well as the clothing company Root, which he co-founded with his wife. According to the news sites, the candy company is going to put out a press release. Cool. Let's see what Brenda has to say for herself. So they have a candy and a clothing store. You stumble across an auction for a black and blue dress. I think it looks white and gold. That's a Brenda White original. Interesting. The auction describes it as a vintage dress from before she became Brenda Roottrees and started designing clothes. Oh, you already made that reference, didn't you? So her maiden name is White. Brenda White Roottrees. Okay, very cool. I'm looking for other people with the name White. This appears to be organized by I thought it said James Monroe. It's like there are going to be U.S. presidents here. Nope. Nobody cares about the parents of Brenda White, but I suppose we have... Is she also in this under another name? No, she is not. She is Brenda White. This is a little odd. Is she, she's going by her maiden name. Alright, so. Appears we've gotten all the easy stuff out of the way. Now I need to get... Unless there's some button that the game is hoping I press to return to the lady and be like, I got it. Oh, wait, there are photos. Perhaps they're waiting for me to do something with the photos. Oh, okay. Yeah, I received a few clues about this. This girl... You know, this is probably the moment where I should confess that I'm face blind. Now, I should be okay. There are a lot of things, but don't hold it against me if I'm particularly poor in any sort of photographic areas. However, I do see that we have one curly-haired girl. She is tall. This one's got earrings. And it's kind of, her head is tilted at a quarter clock turn. My trouble's gonna be when I click this, and it's gonna be like, which one of these three almost identical women? Wait, she was the earring one. I don't think I did that right. Let's go back to Rhonda Roottree. See what Rose. Who's got the pierced ears? Rose wants to get her ears pierced. I did remember that right. Furthermore, we are aware that Riley tends to dress in plaid clothes. So Riley, despite being the youngest, is actually also the tallest, which would make this person... Look at me. You're like, wow, it only took him 21 minutes to finish the tutorial. He's a genius. I'm so glad I have him playtesting my game. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. Any optional names will be locked and removed from the pool. Cool. That was pretty simple, but I had to make sure you knew how to use the internet. Some people refuse to get with the times. Anyways, you got the job. The Roottrees go way back. There are a ton of them. Don't freak when you see the full tree. Only blood relatives are required. Yeah, no, I feel you. Access to an archive of books, magazines, a list of notable Roottrees. You can find info about them online, and they're marked with stars on the family tree. I'm leaving. I'm off to get you some stuff from Carl's office. 6 blood relatives. You seem to be rather confident in my abilities, ma'am. Oh, blimey, I don't have 6 yet. I haven't even looked at it. Oh, okay. If anyone else claiming to represent the Roottrees reaches out, do not mention I was here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not usually in the business of randomly announcing data I don't need to. This is quite a family tree. I suppose everyone's family tree looks at least something like this. Gwyneth and Elias. So last time when I covered it up with my notes, it said sleuth. That's me, I'm the sleuth. You can tell because I just sleuthed out who I am. You don't have any faces. You're not wrong. But I do know... I guess I don't know which is the mom and which is the dad. I'm a little confused. A non-blood relative. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to assume that this is patriarchal. I know, that's just me. But, where's my man Carl? Carl, stay back in the president. Well, you see, I don't know which president. One would logically assume he was the first president. That might not be correct. So I'm just going to keep that little gem in my brain. Sorry, Brenda. You may be blood related to your kids, but not to your husband. I guess that's a good thing. Then we want to know about their grandparents. So the only people that they need me to fill out, this section will unlock when the rest of the tree is complete. That's cool. I'm sorry, I'm reading that. I think that's cool stuff. Okay, cool. So this means they're married. This means they're divorced. This means that they're a guardian through adoption or something like that. Are there any of those on the... There's not currently anyone that I can see. There's one. There's an adoption right there. But there's only one. Well, that's a good sign. This is probably not going to work. It's like, sorry, King. There's actually more than one person in the universe who's been adopted. Before we jump into all the other stuff, I hadn't quite finished looking through, like, Root, for example, before we start busting into all the other places. Searches are not case sensitive. Alright, well, what if I stick a period on the end? Even Google can't figure that. Root is a clothing company. They make clothes for children, from toddlers to teenagers, although their website is down, likely due to increased web traffic. You find countless retail sites trying to sell their clothes. You've spied the Roottrees sisters. Oh, there's their names. Most of the other results are similar in tone. Brenda Roottree, their mother. Let's see what happens if we type in Brenda White. It's the same. It's possible I won't... Did I look up Thomas Mark Sheridan? Is that even his name? I don't think that's his name. Oh, it is his name. Look at me. So yeah, I already read this. TMZ. See if Brother Trouble has anything to say. I know it's very unlikely any of these things have anything to do with what's going on. Brother Trouble was a 1989 sitcom about some 16-year-olds played by Tommy Mark Sheridan and Dustin Christopher Baker. Their single mother, played by Penelope Tessa Green, often had to navigate her trouble as a magazine columnist. They were competitive. They had a next door... Hey, look, showrunner was small screen director Ron Roottree. Who's Ron Roottree? I'm realizing I could also just start typing in names from the drop bar. Head of RR Productions, a small screen director who directed episodes of a few other shows before showrunning and created a one-season hit, Brother Trouble. The show was canceled partway through season 2. My condolences, but RR Productions. It's a defunct production company. Cool. So, Brother Trouble is an ironic name, considering the rumors about Ron and Robbie Roottree. So there are implications that Ron and Robbie Roottree are brothers. I was kind of hoping for a Carl in there, but... believe it's time to take some notes. Let's pivot this from the sisters to the family. It may not say that... Actually, you know what? I don't think... Let's do this. The family. Raina. Rose. Younger. Or let's... Middle child. Riley. Youngest child. We've just learned about Rob and Robbie Roottree, suspected to be brothers. So, let's see. Here's Carl. Here's Carl's dad. Carl's dad does have brothers. Carl's grandfather also has siblings. His great-grandfather doesn't, though I would be rather impressed if Rob and Robbie Roottree went all the way that far back. They do not. So, let's go back to ye old PC and what we can learn about Robbie Roottree. Oh, I should put more data in here. RR Productions. Let's go back to ye old notes. Those periodicals. Okay. Rob, founder, RR Productions, show, Brother Trouble. There were a few more actors I should on that show that I should probably Google, but for now we're gonna go over to Robbie Roottree. There's not much relevant. Someone mentions the writing went downhill. Cool. A rumor they saw in Silver Screen magazine. Okay. Silver screen. Now I may have... I'm just trying to make sure that I've spelled the name of the magazine. See, there we go. So, unless it's hyper case sensitive. Otherwise, I'm just going to go right back to Robbie. Alright, so I have clearly spelled the name wrong. Silver. Can I highlight? No. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. The rumor about the Robbie Roottrie they saw in Silver Screen magazine. Now, it may have been renamed, just because I can't find... I've definitely typed it right. Let's see if they renamed themselves at some point. Sure, I suppose I did. Thank you. Oh, interesting. So I have to unlock them before... Silver Screen Magazine was an inside magazine. More about the nitty-gritty. 1983 to 1993. It was brought by a bigger, more recognizable... The new magazine is not relevant. Thank God. The Silver Screen Magazine does not have a space in it. Silver Screen... Yeah, well, you know, I had originally looked up something slightly more specific, but thank you. Okay, well, he's not the relevant one. Let's go to Rob Roottrie. Isn't Rob and Robbie the same name? Okay. Rob and Robbie Roottrie. Maybe, Silver Screen has many articles related to the business of old Hollywood. Unfortunately, this search yields no relevant results. Oh, hey, there we go. Maybe it's case sensitive. A small rumors article from 1992, which I believe is 1 year before the thing got replaced by a new magazine. Television screenwriter Robbie Roottrie. Robbie is a screenwriter. Was tried and convicted under the name Robert in a French court of law. It seems that he allegedly embezzled from his company to fuel a gambling habit, fled to Paris, and then assaulted an officer. Silver Screen was unable to get a statement, but received info from a source and confirmed there was a trial involving a Robert Roottrie around the time that Brother Trouble was canceled. Is Robbie and Rob the same person? Okay. So... looking at this, so what my brain was thinking of, I was like, can we just assume that these are always the male? Well, yeah, kind of, because, well, we can't. There's always a chance that the man took the woman's last name, but just, like, look at these, right? If this was the Roottrie, you know, Esmeralda Roottrie with Mark whatever, well, she wouldn't be a Roottrie anymore. I guess I can't say for sure that Gwyneth and Elias are Roottries. So yeah, I can't actually draw any of the conclusions I want to. I mean, right? Because, like, if Carl's mom was Miranda something, and this was Jeffrey Roottrie, this has to be Carl's dad. Whoa. Right. Sorry about that. So this has to be a Roottrie. I think this has to be a Roottrie and a male. Cause like it's making it sound well. Let's well, for example, we have Gwyneth Anderson right here. Oh, I can fill in at least some of these for free. Actually, I think it's just those two up there. All right, where'd you go, Gwyneth Anderson? I don't know who I have clicked, but I certainly Gwyneth Anderson. Where's Elias? If his name is Elias Roottree, then I'm in there like swimwear. So cool. Let's look these two up because I just got deets on them. Gwyneth Anderson. Aha. The first Anderson Maple Farm. They gave me a photo. Before marrying Elias, Gwyneth Roottree was Gwyneth Anderson. Okay, so all the names are going by maiden names, which is fair enough. She had no brothers, so as the oldest sister, she inherited it so long as she married. They only produced syrup. It was his idea to create candy. This led to 5 pieces, which are still found in stores to this day. Though they expanded well beyond their original farm, it has been preserved as a tourist attraction. According to their website, there are still daily demonstrations and educational tours to show off many of the appliances she would have used. Okay, cool. Do I have enough to identify their... Elias would have to be the first president. He clearly made this company. I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing no roots. But what about Gwyneth? Is she a farmer? Sounds suspiciously like they were both farmers, with Elias something of an entrepreneur. Is farmer on the list? Oh, look at you. They looking dapper. This was taken after they founded the candy company, but before it was a success. It's difficult to find any sites that aren't accompanied by this picture. They are on the notable Roottrees. This is true. And that's how that's how I get photographs to use here. That is that. Is there a word like founder? No, I'm gonna assume that Elias was the first president. He founded the company, right? So Gwyneth Anderson was a farmer. That might be wrong, but who knows? Elias Jr. goes in here somewhere. I guess I don't need to write things like this because I'm literally entering them into a place where I can see them at all times. Where was somewhere in this that I wanted to look up? I want to look up Elias Jr. What you got for me, Elias? Nothing. What if I give you a period for good luck? Oh, it worked. Elias Roottree Jr.'s name is listed on a website about historical buildings in Butler County. He's listed alongside an old residence that has been preserved, called Hunchtop House. His name is listed on a website about historical buildings in Butler County. Okay. And you know after this we looking up Butler County. Hoorah. It's the same thing. Fair enough. Butler County is a place where only plumbers could live. It's outside of Pittsburgh. The Roottrees Company is headquartered somewhere within it. A lot of history with the family. The Butler County Times is a local paper. There are likely articles from over the years. Seriously, if you're taking notes, you might want to write down the Butler County Times. As a side note, a video game called The Roottrees Are Dead was once set in Butler County. It turns out the creator never lived in near Butler County or had any connection to Butler County. Interesting. The Roottrees Are Dead. I wonder what that is. Okay, before I type this silly thing, what am I actually... I want to look up the Butler County Times. Does it work? Download now. The Flutenies Are Bred is a video game about a family... A fictional family! Well, that lady's going to be really shocked when she gets back and finds that out. This is actually somewhat useful. The game takes place in Butler County, so my character is in Butler County. A fake newspaper called the Butler County Times. Download that be typodio. If you haven't yet written that down, the creator of the game does not know anyone who lives there. He just randomly picks somewhere. Totally fair. The butler. County Times. Unlock that shiz. No. The Butler County. I guess it's doing it the way it was incorrectly spelled. Nope. I wonder if it'll work if I type it in here. Wait, this is books. The Butler County Times, and I suppose let's do Elias. It has many, but not for Elias. What if I put in his full name? A small feature details a building that Elias Roottrees... Oh, it's this again. Elias Jr. was his oldest son. Hey. It also... Hunchetop House is unrelated to the Roottrees. Elias Roottrees Jr.'s architecture firm. I believe this is everything I need. Elias had an architecture firm, and he's the oldest son. Oh, nope, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, there's so many. Does it keep going? Alright, so this is in order. He could have had like a daughter. But whatever. We're gonna put it in for now. Where's my homie G Elias Roottrees Jr. Elias C Roottrees. Okay. I don't have a picture of the lad. Maybe I could if I went back and typed in the name of his firm. I don't know if it said that name of his firm. It doesn't give the name of his firm, unfortunately. Elias Roottrees Jr. Let's look up Elias C Roottrees next, I suppose. That might not work. It might need this, yeah. How about now? Did I spell that right? I think I did. I could just type in every one of these bloody names and see what I can find about them. So there are Eliases, but they're not letting me enter them. .43. Many articles related to Butler County. Let's try his better half, Elias M. Roottrees. Nope. Nope. Can I just type in a fella's name, maybe? Let's see if I need... Oh, no. They want more things than that. So, these bonus Elii are not useful. Gwen Roottrees. That's Gwyneth. Okay, cool. Are any of these characters... I'm looking to see if any of the second generation are unmarried. Unknown. Hooked up and had kids. 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 They all hooked up and had kids. But there are female Roottrees on the list. They could be... Or how many are there? Clancy, Edward, Elias, Gwendolyn, Gwen, Christina. Yeah, there's all sorts. I suppose this is being listed by a maiden name, so, you know, it could still be Gwendolyn Roottrees, and then this dude would nix the family name from there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man. They had 5 kids. They were not messing around in farmland. I'm gonna just start typing names and seeing what happens once I zoom in so I can actually see. Deborah Bean. I wonder what Deborah Bean has to say for herself. We got nothing on Deborah Bean. Okay. Oh, these are nice. I should start doing that. Laura Carlson. Actually, let's pivot back to the Brother Trouble stuff. Because we have some names there we haven't tried yet. Dustin Christopher Baker. And before I click this button, I'm gonna attempt. Got anything for me on Dustin Christopher Baker? Nope. Hey. Thank you. Penelope Tessagreen is a retired comedian. There's a result for the Laugh Lounge, a club in Reno that claims she got her stand-up start, her famously raunchy breast milk cheese routine before she was a TV star on Brother Trouble. She retired for the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers. Penelope with her newborn. Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets. Ooh. So Jack is the son. Jack is the son of Penelope Tessa Green. Hello. Hello. Alright. That's good to know. I appreciate that their name stuck with the picture so I don't have to remember it. They're somewhere in here. And, alright. This is Jack in 1995. Homie wasn't that old. Wasn't? No, these people were born in 1978. I'm trying to link the ages here and think. Well, the oldest was born in 1978. Like Riley, for example, she could have been born in the 90s. I guess what I'm trying to say is that Jack's not going to be up here. Jack is going to be down here. Which means that Jack's going to be part of, like, this generation. So Penelope is going to be part of this generation. That doesn't do a hell of a lot for me, but it helps. Like, if this is Robbie, for example, like, she could be in here somewhere. Actually, where's Jack? Hey, he's Jack Roottrees. She married a Roottrees. Let's see if we can find out which one. Well, I don't know if she married them. Might have been that dirtbag who ran off to Europe. Fair. Mighty sus. See if the Butler County Times has anything to say on our boy Jack. Nope. Nothing relevant on Jack Roottrees. Doesn't seem to be anything relevant about him at all. It's almost like he's only 5 years old right now. Hey, it's worth a shot, right? You are so smart, Spider Research. You are correct. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. So... Wolf Roottrees. Nothing on my boy Wolf. Actually, this would probably be a good thing. Penelope. I'm a little... Yeah, Rob and Robbie are the same bloody names, but I read something indicating that they're two separate people. But I might be wrong about that. Let's come to RR Productions. There's all these rumors. Somebody's got to spell it out, right? Sad. Butler County Times isn't playing ball. I may be missing the article. I mean, the word "the." I guess we can look up Robert Roottree. So yeah, Robbie and Rob is the same person. He's also Robert Roottree. Once I get out of this, I'm going to click one of these unknowns and see Robert Roottree. What are Roottrees even are there? There's a Robert and a Ronald, but there's just a... Yeah, okay. So Rob and Robbie are the same people. This is wrong. He is implied to have some sort of brother. I'm going to see if I can find wherever I read that made me think that Rob and Robbie were two separate people. The rumors about Ronald Roottree. So I'm a dumbass. Let's look up Ronald. Nothing on Ronnie. You got anything for me, newspaper periodical? I got you. I got you. Hey, hey. Don't blame nepotism. He gets results. After finding some small screen success, first as the director and then stepping in as the showrunner, he's decided to start his own television production company. Ron was born in the U.S. but grew up in Paris. He gobbled up American cinema, and when he was old enough, he returned to Hollywood to attend film school. He's a great director. He plans to pitch new shows as soon as 1986. He's occasionally called upon his younger brother Robbie for script punch-ups. So Robbie's a screenwriter. So Ron is a director. I don't know if he's apparently not a founder. I'm gonna look that up again. Either one of these two could have had Jack, I'm just saying. So Ron is the head of RR Productions. He's a director. He made a one-season hit. Look at my boy Rob. Okay. Maybe it was RR Productions, which I believe I just read, but I'm going to read it again because it's a free country. And there's something that really explains what's going on here. Brother Trouble. Here it is. The showrunner was Ron Roottrees. Okay, cool. So I got the deets on these people. And in my humble opinion, I'm just saying, Ron and Robbie are probably in this generation. What's this? What's going on here? Was this unknown Roottrees married to two people at once? Did they divorce one of them? Anyway, what was I saying? If their kid was 5 years old in 1995, I think Jack is down here. Oh god, there's so many. Doesn't narrow it down all that much considering how many motherfuckers there are in this column. But I think that Ron and Rob Roottrees are brothers to Carl. On the other hand, man, I'm not meaning to do that. On the other hand, none of these, if I could stop clicking on the names at random, these stars are blood relatives. Ron and Rob Roottrees are blood relatives. And yet there's only one more star in the Carl column, in the Carl row. Whereas there's 1, 2, 3, 3. There's 3 in the other column. Which kind of suggests, so like for example, these two are, if it's them, they're brothers, right? I don't have a picture of them. It would be really convenient. Ooh, what's this? Miracle Jr. This is a list of notable Roottrees. Everyone on this list is marked by a star. Oh. So, Robert and Robbie, unless one of them is red, is not a person with a star. I'm really glad I clicked this now. I should have clicked it sooner. Carl, Elias, Gwen, Red, Jim, Lauren, and Miracle. I guess I got some people to look up. What's this? Importance is a special ranking for your evidence. How many blood relatives? For example, at the start of your list, the notable Roottrees list is by far the most important tool you have. As you search online, some of that importance will transfer over to your discoveries. If a ranking is higher, it's not a mistake. Take a good look at the people. Okay. So that's cool. So Notables has a rank of 22. Oh, I can rewatch this if I wanted to. Okay. Here's the 5 pieces ad. Roottrees 5 pieces. Yes, those Roottrees have been around for almost a century. The original inventor had 5 kids. Blue, chocolate, power plum, very cherry strawberry, and sour apple. The 5 flavors now may not be the same as back then, but we consider that a good thing. Just think of them as evolved. What even is an elderberry anyway? There's an advertisement aimed at kids. It mentions that the 5 pieces were named as such because the original creator had 5 children. The current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Blue, chocolate, plum, cherry, and apple. Huh. I'm checking to see if any of their names have anything to do with those flavors. Morgan, Jeffrey, there's a lot of Raffertys, but let's see. Candy Roottrees, okay. Clancy, Edward, Elias, Gwendolyn, James, Christina, Lauren. Okay, so there's no sour apple root. Wait a second. Marguerite. Miracle, Miracle Jr., Miracle the Third. Somebody. No. This doesn't. I was like, somebody had 3 kids and named them like that. No, that's not how it works. These three bequeathed each other. November Roottrees. Samantha Roottrees, Tessa Wolf. Bloody hell, that's a lot of Roottrees. Okay. Let's go back to those. So, do I get relevance for everything? I get relevance for everything except pictures. Fair enough. Homeboy's real relevant right now. We got the Roottrees sisters. I placed Carl. I placed Elias and Gwyneth. Gwyn. This recording is 60 minutes. I was told to stop at 90. You find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site's not very well optimized and the search is broken, but you can get to individual pages from your search engines. Gwen is a well-known actress who was active in the 50s. She appeared in tabloids. She got divorced. Her biggest role was the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. Okay, I got a picture of her. There's two movies. Hey, look at this. Did you know that Gwen was the granddaughter of Elias Roottree, the founder of Roottree? She shouldn't have been named Roottree. Yeah, see, this is why I didn't want to assume that the names were patrilineal. Her father took her mother's famous name. See, this is why you don't type things in without knowing them for sure. Ignoring that I've totally typed things in without knowing for sure. But we know that Gwen is a divorced actress. You know what? Let's... Divorced actress, 50s. Does it say anything about her kids? Gwen is a well-known actress. She flopped. No, this doesn't say anything. We know she probably had some. Or maybe she didn't. Who bloody knows? But before we get to that, I feel like this is useful. Christmas Mission. Guys Like Us is a film in which two secretaries cut their hair and pose as businessmen. One of them falls in love with the client. Gotcha. It was a war movie about World War I that received poor reviews. Gwen had a role as a soldier's wife who wrote him letters from home. Okay. Let's go back to Guys Like Us. There was some good stuff on that page. Some very sexy names that I would like to write down in my book. Harrison Lane. Actually, we're going to do Leslie Florence because I'm going to have a much harder time remembering that one. Leslie Florence. Probably a woman based on the premise of the show. Or the... Leslie was the co-star. Not much relevant information. She doesn't have any additional credits on the site. Kind of odd considering how popular this show apparently, this movie apparently was. What you got from me, Harrison Lane? He was a television actor with a major role in Guys Like Us. He was a villain from Western Frontiers. They bought him back to play the villain's twin brother. Due to the popularity of Guys Like Us, they brought him back to Western Frontiers, this time as a hero joining the protagonist. No connection. Harrison Lane is a dead end. Harrison Lane married his high school sweetheart after they reunited at a movie premiere, but he doesn't sound like he's important. I'm going to look up Leslie Florence, because I didn't see that note on her. Okay. Was it the Butler County Times? Maybe? If it's not, it'll tell me that I typoed. Yeah, okay. Hey, at least I remember the name. I'm gonna give myself points for that. We have another photo to look at. Wait, go back. Ah, Gwen Roottrees. I noticed somebody got divorced. Very sus. And nobody else got divorced. Look at that. Here's Elias. Here's Elias's offspring. And here is her. This has to be her. Gwen Roottrees, because she got divorced. Where'd you go, Gwen? That's also what her husband said. Gwen Roottrees. Job. Actress. Actor, okay. Wait, what? Oh, I gotta... Bing. Can I do that? Bing. Bing. Oh my god, it let me. Isn't that just Jack, though? Penelope with her newborn in 96. Oh. Wait. She has 2 kids. Because Jack... This is Jack in 1994. He doesn't look like he's negative 2 years old. So she's had 2 kids. Okay. Did I forget to snap one of you in the face? No. We're good to go. Bam. We're gonna lock that in. But who did she marry? Therein lies the real dilemma. I don't want to save and quit. Hopefully this is saving automatically. Though I suppose it's not too hard to reconstruct. I haven't gotten that far yet. Which is saying something, so I've been playing for 66 minutes. Yeah, you only pick the smart playtesters. We got 1, 2, 3. I don't know if they're locked in sets of 3, or if they're locked in sets of 6. I mean, I suppose that might not be Gwen. There's a few divorcees down there. So let's see. Elias. The second Elias. No, this is Elias's granddaughter. That has to be Gwen. She's the only divorcee in the area. And whoever the heck this is. So what's going on here? It kind of looks like they had a child out of wedlock, is what I think this is trying to say. Did I spell that right? Yeah. Gwen Roottrees. She was active in the 50s, tabloids. She was in a minor hit movie. She left Hollywood. She was the granddaughter. She shouldn't have been named Roottrees, but her father took her mother's maiden name. I can put stuff in for that. That's the dad, and that's the mom. So the mom met this person. He took her name because she's a Roottrees, and they had Gwen. Yeah, it seems good. Seems fair enough. I don't know who she married. See if they got anything on Gwen. Oh. Many ads for local movie theaters that happened to list Gwen Roottrees' name in cast lists for the films they were showing. Most of them are for those 2 movies. She wasn't a resident of Butler County for long, if at all. Okay. Good to know. What was I gonna do next? She seems like... I might have spelled that wrong. Okay, so there's no the. I'm very good at this. Periodicals. You find a few cast listings for her old movies, but none of it seems relevant. Okay. Man, who'd she marry? Where are them tabloids? There's no way this is gonna work. Gwen. Oh, look at me. By searching for variations, you come across the mentions of a marriage to Wild Bill Williams. They divorced before the birth of her second child, and that's what's going on. Bill Williams? William Williams? W is going to be all the way at the bottom. That must be his stage name. Well, good to know that you can type in the word husband after somebody. Wild Bill Williams. What's weird is I didn't see any Williams at all. Wild Bill Williams was the leading man of some non-notable movies in the 50s. Fortune Favors the Grave. Good looks. He was married 4 different times. What's his real name? Because I didn't see a Bill Williams or a William Williams or a Wilhelm Williams. Okay. This one's going to be tough to get the right. Like, is it going to need the quotation marks? A director who considered him his friend once hired him to make a small cameo in a war movie called Christmas Mission. That was right after What's-Her-Face dropped out of Hollywood. Wild Bill Williams. That's the only name that keeps coming up. Wilson. I guess I'll look for a Williams, or a Bill, or a William. There's a Liam. Here, let's zoom in so we can actually read the text. Well, this is him. He had to have been... I have to be able to put him in here, right? I'm not seeing a Williams on the options, which is kind of weird. Let's see if... Nope. Interesting. So he was the leading man of some non-notable movies. He was attractive. Nobody wanted to deal with him. A lot of people from Paris, France. Robbie Roottrees went to Paris, France. Homie must have had a real name, right? But he's not showing up. I can't add him to anything. I also knew a guy, Kevin. I just searched for it again, didn't I? What is this? What does this do? Oh, it just closes. Does it work even if I... Yeah, alright. It's very important I test that. Suppose I can put that Because it's Wild Bill Williams, God damn it, but he's not in the drop bar. I suppose there's a non-zero chance he's Liam Cornwall, that Liam is a variation of Williams, and I believe the only one on this list. I don't see any other Williams or Bills or... So, okay then. Well, I still have some fellas to look up. Let's see. Done. Yeah, we did the first 4, and we got 4 to go. But I think I might call it there for now. Definitely having fun. I have no complaints. That is not a clickable button. I'm really liking the setup so far. It's done a pretty good job with me typing in various buzzwords. The discovery that I could type a character's name followed by the word husband or whatever, ooh, that was a big discovery. I should have thought of that sooner. But yeah, hopefully this opening playtest is useful for you. I tried to mostly talk out loud, and I tried to use the actual in-game notes as opposed to this one in front of me. And I will definitely pick this back up again soon and keep playing. So yeah, thank you.